We went to Japan and ate a lot of food together, and I think that kind of clicked in his head that he wants to do something with me. We came back and then he was like, I want to open a restaurant with you. And I was like, really? Okay. We didn't want it to be just Jewish or just Japanese, so we kind of decided to just put it together.
Make it a collaboration.
Yeah. I grew up eating Japanese food, so my flavor probably comes with all the Japanese food that my mom used to make for me.
Having grown up in New York, like in a Jewish family, I ate a lot of Jewish food. A lot of corned beef, pastrami, lox, rye bread. We were dating and we were like just cooking for each other.
And we kind of started to realize there's a lot of ingredients that crosses, and flavors also were kind of, this works.
I probably knew more about Japanese food than Sawa knew about Jewish food. But when we first opened, there were some like key ideas that we had that we thought would fit well. Japanese people love cured salmon, and so did Jewish people, and so we sort of did our take on like chirashi, like raw fish over rice. Cured it more like a Jewish style lox, and then garnished it with some things that are Japanese and then some things that are more Jewish, like capers. It adds like a little texture. It's not something you would like see in Japanese food. And then also challah is like a traditional Jewish bread, and then
yeah, I've seen it somewhere. Yeah. And then like, oh, why can't we just add the sake kasu into challah dough and bake it? The sake leaves, left over when you strain the sake. It has such a good sake aroma to it, and it makes the bread, it smells like nice and sweet when it's baked. I grew up in Hiroshima, so Hiroshima okonomiyaki is the Japanese pancake. Yeah. And there's so many styles that you could get, but our version is cabbage, bean sprouts, onion, and mix it in the batter. And we top it with the sauce, okonomi sauce that we make our own, and the kewpie mayo, our sauerkraut, and pastrami, and aonori and bonito flakes.
I don't think anybody would top it with pastrami and sauerkraut in Japan.
Probably not.
Because it literally means like how you like it, we're like, well, this is how we would like to do it.
Before I met Aaron, I think I've had matzo bowls maybe twice, but he served me one and it was delicious.
I always really liked, when I was a kid, to have like as much noodle in like my mom's matzo ball soup as possible. So we started thinking like, well, what kind of noodle would be good for the soup. It's more or less like my mom's recipe, but we've adapted it a little bit. Like my mom would never put like a giant piece of kombu in her chicken soup, but we do here. I think a lot of people grew up with their own stories that they want to like tell through the food and like through the restaurants. It could be that one parent was from this country, another parent was from that country, or they were born somewhere and then moved to New York and lived in a neighborhood that was full of like some people who were from some other completely different culture, and that influences them. But I think that people, when they start telling like their own story, it's not so like clean cut.
And you're what you eat, right? I mean, you put food in your body, and that's makes you, so.
We pulled an old guidebook from New York from like 1983, and it listed that there was a restaurant called Shalom Japan. It's kosher, and they serve sushi and matzo ball soup, and then someone gets up on stage and tells like campy like Jewish Japanese jokes. And then we laughed and we were like, if we ever open a restaurant, we should call it Shalom Japan.
Yeah, I think name stuck.
It's sort of an homage to the old place. We thought also like it was a representative sort of like who we were. I think a lot of people come in with skepticism. I mean, we are in like Williamsburg, so I think people think that there's an irony to what we do, but we try to be pretty like genuine.
Food has to be good, you know, that's the bottom line. And we want to eat it pretty much every day, you know. We want to make sure everybody enjoys the food. And when we hear that people like, we weren't sure, but we came and it was really good, like that's like the answer we love to hear.
Yeah.